Sasuke Uchiha. I want you to cancel his disposal.
You what? What are you?
I know it's a lot to ask, but I have to try. Sasuke's my best friend. I can't just sit back and watch him be killed.
Hi, I'm Rob Cram, and today we're taking a look at Naruto Shippuden, Ultimate Ninja Storm 3, which gives gamers a chance to relive some more of the series' defining moments in its fighting game extravaganza. From the offset, gamers can jump into versus fight mode locally or against the CPU, or simply head on over to practice fields to let rip. However, what is instantly noticeable is the fact that many of the characters are blocked out from the huge roster of available combatants. There are some 87 slots available, which makes the game one of the most comprehensive for sheer numbers, although there are many repeats that feature different looks due to the story timeline. The best place, and perhaps the meat of the game, aside from the local versus and online actions, is the story mode, which is key to unlocking all the other characters. The story mode follows a similar format to its predecessor, whereby there are plenty of story-filling cutscenes placed alongside furious bouts of story-related fights. These are good to watch and fill in the blanks if you've not watched the anime, and if you have, then it's great to see them recreated here. That said, there are some scenes which drag on for quite some time rather unnecessarily for a fighting game, to the point where the skip option becomes a sensible choice. The scenes are well acted and mostly provide some visceral action which acts as a perfect complement to the fighting itself. There's quite a lot of stop and starting, and when players take control of the leading characters outside of the actual fights, there's little movement across cinematic terrain which uses fixed camera angles. What is good though is not sticking with the Naruto character and getting the chance to play as other well-known heroes from the story. However, one's time within the areas to explore is rather limited and broken up with loading screens, which is perhaps the biggest gripe of this game, as they pop up frequently. Whilst giving great tips, they are simply too obtrusive at times. The fighting itself remains much like its predecessor, with the one-button attack, chakra charging, projectiles and evasive moves all fitting on a single button each. There are more tools available in battle which can be mapped to the D-pad, and this time players get to choose between hero and legend options, which provide slightly different challenge levels. The hero and legend options also make themselves a part of the story as they level up at key moments, and are integrated as players make ultimate decisions, which is a fancy way of saying easy or hard paths. The fighting remains as cinematic as ever, and with the huge range of characters available, there's certainly enough variety to battle through, although this time only two main range characters come up as opponents, which for some might be a relief. The AI is pretty easy to beat for the most part, although some stages do drag out and become pretty tough to complete without using a continue. The last battle in particular are a complete pain and so epic that on occasion it becomes a challenge to even know what's going on, let alone attack with any sort of self-control. During these epic and cinematic encounters where the quick type events return, but also push the hardware as the frame rate dips below unacceptable levels at times. In terms of looks, the game captures the essence of the anime perfectly and draws players in just as much with its neat flourishes and attention to detail. The fights are fast and cinematic, and the ultimate jutsus a joy to behold. There's really not much to fault with the graphics apart from the slowdown, and are as close to the source material as you'd expect. Audio is also of a high standard, with great performances from the cast, even though many of the characters have matured a little. Music is well fitting and simply sits just right to complement the often emotional scenes and performances, and high speed action where it matters. Gamers should be well entertained with the modes on offer, as the story alone is quite massive if you're prepared to not skip the scenes. The versus mode offers infinite possibilities, and with lots to collect in the story after it's been completed, and the online component to grab even more prestige in collectible cards makes for a well-rounded package overall that doesn't scrimp on providing fans what they want. Overall, Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 3 is a worthy successor to the last game, despite sharing a number of similarities. If it's a cool story to relive, lots of characters to fight as, or just the bravado of competing against others, it's fairly easy to pick up and play compared to other fighting games, but the diverse and changing story element might be a little confusing for newcomers. This is fan service at its best. Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 3 scores 8 out of 10. I'm Rob Cram, thanks for watching.
Out of nationalism, ninja have hated each other for many years. From the first to the third great ninja wars. That hatred bred a lust for power, which gave birth to me. I too used to be a Jinchuriki, the embodiment of those two vices. I hated this world and all people. I yearned to destroy both. In some ways, I was no different from the Akatsuki. But one leaf ninja stopped me. That ninja cried for me, his enemy. He called me friend even though we had fiercely battled each other. He saved me. We were on different sides, but we were both Jinchuriki. There can be no bad blood between those who've experienced the same pain. There are no enemies here in front of me, for we all bear the pain of having been hurt by the Akatsuki. There is no sand, no stone, no leaf, no mist or cloud. We are all simply ninja. If you still can't forgive the sand, you can come back and face me when the war is over. That friend who saved me is now a target of our enemy. If he falls into their hands, the world as we know it is finished. I want to protect that friend and this world. I am too young, too inexperienced. So please, lend me your strength!